Okay, the next is what I call the no-brainer IR hack for the DXG. The lens has 2 screws, the original stock lens. Unscrew that, or unscrew them. You don't have to worry about that unless you want to convert it, but you keep those things separate. So if you need to convert it, you can. This lens pops right off the top. At the bottom, if you can see the pink and the red, that's the IR filter for the guys that are doing the P41 day true color, whatever. You can just trim off the bottom of the holder and that'll pop right out, and you have your IR filter that you need for that. What you're left with then is the mount, and I'll macro this for you. This is the stock base mount. You're going to need that. What you do then is take your B224 lens, and what you're going to do is what I do is I just cut the base off right there. I leave the lens in so that it can be screwed in and out. Sometimes for whatever reason with the debris and everything you can't. So what I do is I take, using the base as a guide, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Using the base as a guide, I take the hacksaw and put it right there, and then I just saw. But I'm going to show you how I do it. So I think it works best. You take it on one side, and you start your cut using the base as your guide, and then twist it, go to the next corner. Using the base as your guide, go to the opposite side of that corner. Go to the next corner, so on and so forth. And what you're doing is you're creating a guide, because it's very important that this cut be straight. If this cut is not straight, you will not get a good even focus with your camera. And then if you hold it level on there, and what you do is once it gets that 4th corner done, just gently cut it. And if you've used the base as your guide, you should be pretty much where you need to be for straight. Okay, and then there's the base portion in this. Then what I do is I take sandpaper and I just gently do circular motions and then review it. And you can do all kinds of ways to measure it. Some guys may be more high-tech and have digital. I just lay it on a flat surface that I know to be flat, and then put the lens up against something else and then just slowly turn it so that I can tell whether or not one side is higher than the other. And if there is, then I just put pressure on that side until I'm comfortable that I've knocked off all the burrs, and until I'm comfortable that it's straight across. And really the only way to make sure that you've got it like that is to have a digital measurement, and then you can really get it down to the minutia. Anyway, there I am. I'm reasonably comfortable that it's flat and it's straight. So then what I do is almost always you will have problems at this point screwing it in further. So what I do is I then make sure that there's no lips in there. I back it out a little bit, blow into it, and then I screw the lens back in. And then when it starts to get kind of uncomfortable or tight, then I back it out, and then I blow in it again. And then I do that back and forth until it moves easily inside the mount. It's the debris that keeps you from having a nice even surface. And then when you screw it all the way, you'll be able to get the end out to verify that it's level. There you go. It's nice and it's level. It's even all the way across. So now, the next thing you do is you get your syringe loaded with goop or whatever you may have. There's one other thing I forgot to show you all. And that is, I'll macro this. On each lens, on each side, there's a small ridge. Just take your sandpaper, which somehow I managed to put somewhere where I couldn't find it. Just like this. Do just a few times like that. And just gently grind that down. So most of it, doesn't have to be all of it, but most of it's gone. And you'll see on the macro how I've knocked that groove down on both sides. And then what that does is when you put it in your lens mount, it keeps it nice and smooth. Now what I'm going to do here is lightly back this thing out just a nudge. Put your lens inside the hole there. And by the hole, I mean the regular stock groove. And it fits almost perfectly in there. And then what I do is, it's another tool that I don't have here handy that I should. I use little clips like this. What I do then is just put them over the lens like that. Make sure they're even on the bottom. Like so. And then I take my goop, start at one prong, just move it around. And I go to the other side, continue the goop, and then I lay it somewhere so it stays flat, like that. And when it hardens, you're good to go. You have your no-brainer hack. Lens fits in there, should be 99% flat, and you should get some decent video.